Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of April 12th, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else, and be sure to check out your other placements. If you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Scorpio collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I was going to say moon babies. Let's see what's the Scorpio collective, which I'm a proud card-carrying member of. What do we not see coming for the week of April 12th, 2026? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming this week? Love on the brain. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, being nostalgic. Bottom of the deck, clout hungry. Okay. If you're not looking for a love reading, maybe you want to check another placement. Let's see where we go with this message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is love on the brain something they do not see coming this week? Scorpio's like, no, I will not think about them. Sure. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Who do you think you're talking to in your energy this week? Eight of Swords. Yeah, I'm not going to think about them. Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. The situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with. The Hangman, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Devil to the Two of Cups to Temperance. Oh boy, is Archangel Michael trying to fix this. Jeez, what happened here? Okay, Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Why is the Eight of Swords here for the Scorpio collective this week? Let's get some cards on the table, and then we'll see what your message is. Let's clarify that Eight of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. We'll take them. Queen of Wands, King of Cups, and the King of Swords. Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups here? We'll take them. Take them. Clarified by the Nine of Swords. Oh, three cards are there. Ten of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Lord have mercy. Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here? Why is the Three of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Swords, clarified by Page of Wands, the World card, and the Queen of Cups. Pretty significant soulmate connection in your life here. Okay, Knight of Swords. What is the Knight of Swords? Why is the Knight of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Swords, clarified by the Empress, the Magician, and the Moon. Tell me more about this person. Hangman, Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Jeez, talk about not doing much. Not doing much over here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. Stubborn. Stubborn, stubborn. I don't know what happened here. I'm going to assume it's a romantic partner because we're clarifying love on the brain. But if you want to take this as your friend, your family member, your neighbor, I don't know, your boss, someone you work with, a client, you take this how it resonates to you. I have two people here. Something clearly transpired. You saw it as a soulmate connection, someone who is pretty compatible to you there with that Queen to the King of Cups. And something they said or did somewhere along the way made you emotionally detach and shut the door on this person. And it broke your heart to do it. But something transpired here. And because I'm not seeing Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords, I feel like this was stretched out over a period of time. So I have you here shutting the door on a connection that you saw as being comparable to you. And you're now, the Scorpio collective is split 50-50. 50% of you are thinking about this person, daydreaming, fantasizing, trying to manifest them back into your life, being very nostalgic, thinking about the memories, hoping and praying they contact you and saying, oh, but I'm not going to be the one to contact them. And then I have the other 50% of you is like, I want absolutely nothing to do with that person, but I am daydreaming and wondering, will I fall in love again? So it's split here 50-50. I have to be honest with you. I have someone here that you shut the door on. And although you shut the door on them, whether you did that verbally or like physically or just energetically, spiritually, I don't know. But half of you are still hoping that this person will like come to their senses or come back around again or want to reconnect with you in some way. And you're actively manifesting this. The Empress, the Magician, and the Moon. They're like, I'm manifesting that they come towards me with communication, with offer, with opportunity. And like I said, the other half of you are like, I'm done with this person. I'm now a free agent. The Queen of Cups is showing up here after the World card. I'm a free agent. I don't want anything to do with that person. And I am actively manifesting a new person to come in. You know, a new boss, a new romantic partner. So you take this message how it resonates to you. For those of you where this is the person that you walked away from, stubborn energy. I mean, are they healing? Are they just as hurt or upset or broken over their connection with you? They are. Hangman to the Four of Swords. But Six of Pentacles, they're giving very little. So some of you are maybe still in communication with this person, but not that much. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and a Nine of Wands. If they wanted to reach out to you, they could. They absolutely could for reconciliation. They're choosing not to. The Devil, the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. They are very stubborn here for some reason that this week they're going to stay quiet. They're not moving towards you with reconciliation. They're giving you very little. Why is that? Why are they giving you very little? I see that they're healing. So I don't know what transpired here. I mean, they're in the Four of Swords. You're in the Three of Swords. If they're giving anything to the connection, they're giving very little. They are taking a long time before they come in with reconciliation or offer or apology. And like I said, some of you are manifesting them in, and others of you, you're focused on the new. You're manifesting someone new in. Both groups have love on the brain. It's just for some of you, it's like this current person or this past person, and for others of you, it's a new person. Why is this person not moving towards Scorpio this week? Why are they not moving towards Scorpio this week? So the current or past person is not moving towards you this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. Why is that? Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and Justice. This is someone who says, I'm going to focus on me right now. I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on work. I'm going to focus on nurturing myself. I'm going to focus on maybe some plans or projects that I've had that I put on the back burner that I kind of haven't really been tending to. I'm focusing on me, myself, and I, house and home. And this connection that I have with Scorpio, I can work on that another time. I can bring balance to that another time. Right now, Nine of Cups, I want to work on me. I want to do things that make myself happy. So I don't know what transpired here. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming them. But I don't see them making much effort towards you this week. And that's maybe what you don't see coming. Maybe in the past you expected communication, right? We have the clout hungry card here at the bottom of the deck. So right behind that, we have same crap, different day. And behind that, we have the soul contract card. So I think you expected that this would be like all the other times and they would come in and say something, anything to get your attention in that clout hungry card, right? Says anything, does anything, makes crap up, is dramatic just to get your attention. You thought it was going to be the same way this time, same crap, different day. It's not. This week they're more silent. So some of you, you're getting very small communication, and others of you, nothing at all. And that's because they're focusing their attention elsewhere, and it seems to be primarily on self. Anything else Scorpio needs to know about this person? We'll get you some advice as well. One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Pentacles, self, Page of Cups, and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. This person is working on things that make them feel empowered. They are tending to tasks that they put, like I said, on the back burner or on the shelf, or things that they've ignored. Again, I go back to house and home with that Queen of Pentacles. So they seem to be investing their time in like little projects or little things they can get done that will help empower them or help them make them feel better about themselves. Because when they focus on you or think about you or what transpired here, they don't feel all that great. Hangman to the Four of Swords. And so they're just focusing on distractions in terms of other things that they can work on. Let's get you some advice, because you seem to have them on the brain and they don't really seem to have you on the brain. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just this person is able to like compartmentalize. Like, I feel all this pain over my situation with Scorpio, but I'm going to put it right here, or right here by my heart, whatever, I'm going to put in this compartment, close the lid on it for now, and I have to go work on these other things. I have to cut the grass, wash the dishes, whatever, take the car to the car wash. There's like, I have to tend to these other things. I have to actually do work, like if they have a job, and I'll get back to Scorpio later. They haven't fully shut the door on you. You maybe shut the door on them, or you told them that you were doing that. They have not shut the door on you. This is more like, I need a couple of days or a week just to catch up on some things. I don't know if they know that they're doing that for a distraction, but that's what they're doing. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice for Scorpio. Let's get you 3 cards of advice for those of you where you are waiting for communication from this person. And then we'll get you 3 cards of advice where, for those of you, you're dreaming about this new person because this already happened with someone in the past. Okay. 3 cards of advice for my Scorpios who are waiting for this current or past person to contact them. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice: the Magician, the Knight of Wands, and Justice. You will hear from them. You will hear from them within a week or 2. So this week, focus on other things. Focus on things that make you happy, that you are, you feel creative about. Go organize your closet, something like that. I know that that sounds silly, but maybe you have your own projects that you should be working on this week. Things that excite you, things that you kind of put on the shelf yourself. This is a week where you can actually apply yourself and get these things done. You will hear from this person within a week, possibly 2 weeks. I have the Magician and Justice, both hold swords. The Ace of Swords, which would be communication. And for me, swords are weeks. So you might not hear from this person this week, or maybe you won't hear a lot from them, this week. But the following week, you will. Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, that's the truth. And the Six of Wands. Yeah. This person is like healing. They kind of need a little time out. They've got to recalibrate. This is very low vibration energy. Now, when they're done with this week, they come out on top of the Emperor. But that's because they got all these other little things done that they're just feeling better about themselves. So there's some type of a deficit here when it comes to self-confidence. So let them focus on whatever it is they're focusing on. Again, only for those of you where you want to hear from this person. And you should focus on what you need to focus on, what projects you can get accomplished. It's okay if you don't hear from them this week. You'll hear from them the week after. For those of you where you want nothing to do with that person, but you are kind of daydreaming about a new person, wanting a new person, wondering about love, let's get you 3 cards of advice for my Scorpios who are manifesting new. I have to say that this is a love reading, but because I can't imagine your boss not talking to you for 2 weeks, But if you want to look at it in terms of a friend or family member, yes, your friend or family member will be contacting you, okay? It just might not be this week. 3 cards of advice here for those looking for the new friend, looking for the new lover. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice: 2 of Cups you're looking for a new partnership, okay? 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Wow. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. You too, focus on what you need to focus on this week, because by the time you get to Gemini season, you are in a new connection, or at least you're meeting someone and you will have the opportunity to enter a new connection by the time we get to Gemini season. And Gemini season is roughly, I should know this, 6 weeks away. So I would say for now, again, focus on you. Okay, 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands. Don't sabotage this. There's things that you could be working on that you will find advantageous to work. You learn something new. You organize your home. Start checking off the boxes of all the little things you wanted to do, because when this new connection comes in, if you decide to enter it, you may not have a lot of free time to get done all the things that you should be getting done right now. So I would use this time to take care of the things that you need to take care about, and know that by Gemini season, you have the opportunity here to enter a long-term connection. 3 cards of advice for those of you when you do hear from this person, okay? You hear from this person this week in small amounts, or maybe the dialogue between you and them opens up more in that following week. 3 cards of advice on what they should do with this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. And we have, I was going to say the Virgo. We have the Hermit card. 9 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Before we accept the apology, we need to discuss why this happened. The loss, the argument, the confusion. We need clarity on this. There was something here, deception, maybe manipulation, but definitely conflict or argument. And why did they become so emotionally detached? Because the 5 of Swords is the first decan in Aquarius. So is that what you're showing me? That anytime there's a disagreement in a connection, you just can unplug your emotions and walk away from me and go work in the garage? Did you hear me? You can just unplug your emotions from me and go work in the garage. So there's something like that when they come in with the apology. I don't mean to laugh at you, Scorpio. We need to discuss why this happened, and especially why were they so easily able to emotionally detach from you. That needs to be discussed. And once that's discussed, then you can go within and decide whether or not you want to accept their apology or not. That'll be entirely up to you. In the meantime, 9 of Pentacles, just take care of you, making your wishes come true. Take care of your comfort and your happiness this week. You will be hearing from this person before you know it. That is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.